Hi guys, so I just wanted to give you a very quick tip on pressure. It's something that I see coming up quite a lot lately in the forums. So I really want to just stress to you that pressure is not everything. Like when you get a client come back and they've not held very well, you don't have the retention there. I guess our automatic response really is to think, oh my God, I wasn't heavy enough, I didn't go deep enough. But actually that's not the case at all. As long as your needle was in the skin, I promise you was deep enough. So you probably just didn't layer enough. When we work with very light pressure, very high up in the skin, you have to make sure you saturate enough to get the hold. So it probably wasn't that you wasn't heavy enough, it was probably more that you didn't saturate enough. So if you're finding that, just try doing an extra pass and just adding a little bit more saturation, and that should really help. I know for kind of people that was trained 4 or 5 years ago, originally we was taught very kind of old school techniques. You've got to get bleeding to make sure that you're deep enough, you've got to push down really hard. It's not the case at all, and actually is all that does is cause so much skin trauma, prolonged healing, chances of scarring. So heavy pressure it's not the way forward. Techniques and equipment, everything has advanced so much over the years. Pressure, when we're talking about pressure, I would normally say to my students, the minute you feel that vibration in your stretch, your pressure stays there. So we always air move when we come in. So I've just got a pen in my hand, not got my machine handy. But I would always air move, gradually lower down. The minute I contact the skin, in my stretching hand, in this hand, I will feel a vibration coming through the skin. That tells me that I'm in the skin. The minute you feel that, you are deep enough. We don't want to be putting pigment way down in the bottom of the dermis, because that's when you're going to see your blues and your greys and your really cool healed colours. We want it as high up in the dermis as we can. So literally like that basal layer where the epidermis and the dermis meet is like our sweet spot. That's where we need to be putting our colour to get true healed results. We're talking the thickness of a piece of paper. That's how deep you need to tattoo. So just, especially if you're using like a single needle as well, remember they are super, super sharp. You don't really need to apply pressure with your hand. Your hand is there to just guide the needle. Let the machine do the work. Never ever think I need to go deeper to get my retention. If you are in the skin, if you felt that vibration in your stretch consistently, you was deep enough, okay? So then you want to start maybe looking at technique or saturation. So I hope that helps. That's my top tip for this week, is pressure. You do not need to work heavy, and actually the lighter you work, the nicer your healed results will be, the quicker your client will heal, the more comfortable the healing will be for your client, and the less scarring you're going to start building up in the skin with every treatment. So I hope that helps.